Look here!
Oh,
Son of a nutcracker! Hello there. God darn it!
Security guard.
Well, hey there. Isn't it fancy
Bye,
catching
bye,
you
bye.
here?
God darn it!
You know, it's been a while since we've last spoken. How's the job, Joe? Things going well? You know, thinking about meeting up with old friends after a while. I met up with my old friend Montgomery Gator. You know, people call him as Monty. It's a stage name for that whole Rockstar gig. But ever since he picked up that Rockstar gig, he never really had time for any of his old friends or hanging out. And, you know, I was okay. However, the other day, he called me and asked, "Hey, Monty, I mean Hippo, you wanna catch up and go fishing?" Now, of course, I couldn't say no to that, so I packed my fishing gear. I put it on the back of that truck and I drive over to where he said to meet up, which was this old shack a couple towns over. Now, I don't know why he'd asked me to drive so far, but the old shack was stationed right next to this old pond, big pond, and he'd stated that it was a very, very good pond for fishing.
Hello
But I digress. So, I drive over. I meet him over at the old shack. Creepy old shack it was. Covered in mold, the wood was barely holding together. There was spider webs everywhere.
Hello there.
And I'd ask him, "Hey, Monty, is this your shack?" And I assume he didn't hear me, because instead of answering my question, he looked over to me and held up his big burlap sack to his face, and he said, "Hey, Hippo, could I get a quick hand chucking this here bag of compost into the pond?"
Hello there.
Now, of course, not much of a botanical man myself, so I had to ask, "Why would you need to fertilize a pond? Nothing's growing in there." And Monty, he looked over to me, he looked away, looked over to me again, looked at the bag, looked at me. He said, "Well, there's seaweed at the bottom of the pond here, and it's good for the fish." And of course, who am I to question a man who's grown up around bodies of water his whole life? So, I obliged and helped him chuck the bag into the river, but I couldn't help but notice these two lumps on the bag. Kind of reminded me of Rabbit Eaters they did. So I asked her, "Hey, Monty, why is the bag so lumpy?" And he responded, "I dead animal or something. Yeah, dead rabbit. A little rabbit got into the bag. It's, you know what happens every once in a while, but carcasses are good for the pond." Now, again, I'm not one to question my friend's knowledge, so I just wave it off and help chuck it into the pond. And, almost at the very moment, the bag touches the water. He looks over to me. "Hey, thanks, wonderful, but I gotta go now." Now. And, I chime in, I say, "Well, when we gotta go fishing?"
God darn it!
He looks over and he says, "Well, I forgot my fishing rod." And, I point over to the spare that I bring just in case my rod slips.